to the Sandy Jones Show with me, Sandy Jones. As always, we are here for another live Chelsea watch-along. We've got West Ham away at the London Stadium, the Olympic Stadium in East London. Chelsea have not got a good record at this new stadium, to be honest. The last time we won with fans in the stadium was 2017. There was one success in 2020, obviously with no fans in the stadium, so it kind of hit a little bit different in a bad way. And yeah, it's just been a history of throwing away decent opportunities, a lot of stinkers from players who you would expect a lot more from. And during Moyes' time, West Ham were always very defensive, low block, difficult to break down, which for the last 7 years has been our big problem. So let's see what happens now. They've got Locatelli as manager. He's a much more free-flowing, open football type manager. And if we're lucky, they're going to go for it as well, which means this could be quite high scoring. I can see this as being if it's going to be a draw, it'll be a high scoring draw, like a 2-2 or a 3-3. And if one team's going to win it, then it's going to be by probably one or two goals. So I think maybe 2-1 or 3-1 the other way. Um, my heart says that we will be able to overcome the hoodoo, as it were, the bogey ground status at West Ham. But it's going to be a hard slog, maybe like I said, like a 3-2 or a 3-1 or a 2-1 or something along those lines. But my head says that West Ham could frustrate Chelsea today, and they're probably going to score. So maybe this could turn out to be a draw or maybe a sneaky West Ham win. But we're gonna not sit on the fence. I'm gonna make a prediction. I think it's gonna be 3-2 to Chelsea. I think we're gonna have a penalty from Palmer, and then we're gonna have two goals from two different scorers. Let's say Nicholas Jackson and one of the defenders, Wesley Fofana, if he's playing. So the match is kicking off in 12 minutes. It's probably a good idea to check out the teams. Let's have a look at the teams. So just quickly see what the teams are. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. So who's playing? Who's playing? The question was whether Sancho would get a start. I think he did enough to deserve one. That 45 minutes. Okay, here we go. So, right, very interesting. In goal, Robert Sanchez. Of course, he has had this ridiculous redemption arc this season. So far, he hasn't had a bad game. He's played very well. He gave away a penalty because of the defender's mistake in the last game, and in about 3 minutes after that, he managed to make up for that and save the penalty very well. So we've got Fofana, Tosin, Colwill, and Cucurella as the back line. So Fofana, Tosin, Colwill, and Cucurella. Caicedo and Enzo. Ah, okay. So Caicedo and Enzo as the two. Madueke and Sancho starting. Very interesting. Palmer most likely in the 10 and Jackson up front. It's really interesting that he's played Madueke and Sancho. They're probably the two form wingers, but I wondered how that would gel because Madueke and Sancho, I think they are quite similar. They're both on a tear, so I get it. I get it. I expected probably Neto or Nkunku to start this game. Perhaps he wants to have that physicality from Jackson. Jackson's not the best finisher in the world, but at the same time, he does provide a lot of the hold up play and the physicality that the team needs. So it's an interesting one. It's an interesting lineup. It's a brave lineup. Starting Sancho after that 45-minute cameo really, really, he absolutely changed the game against Bournemouth. So I respect it a lot. I like that he's starting. It's interesting that he didn't start in Kunku, but he's gone for Jackson, which I don't think is a bad decision. And Jackson will hopefully get a goal, and if not, there he is, and Kunku on the bench. Get him on at half time. We've also got Joao Felix on the bench, Mudrik, who just isn't getting a look in at the moment. I'm sorry. I would put on Neto, Felix, and Kunku before I put on Mudrik. Dewsbury Hall also not lighting the heather on fire. Disasi, thank God he's not playing at right back. He's a decent centre back. I don't think he's quite as bad as everyone says he is, but he's just getting absolutely thrown under the bus by being put at right back. He's not a right back. Hello to the people who've joined the stream. Welcome, welcome. Tell us where you're from. Say what you're all about. Do you have a football team? This stream is generally watch along for Chelsea versus West Ham, but we end up talking about all kinds of stuff here. Um, and I like that we've got Tosin in there. So I think we're going to see probably Fafana on the right, Tosin and Colwill in the middle, Cucurella on the left. That's loosely what it's going to be, and then and then probably Cucurella will be the one inverting, and then when we're defending, we'll have three at the back. Hello to the two people who just joined. Welcome, welcome. How's it going? Where are you guys from? What's happening? So we are 8 minutes from kickoff now. The video I'm watching has frozen, so that's really great. Just before kickoff, no big deal there. We're going to full screen this guy and get excited for the game. I always wonder if anyone who's watching has a team. Do you have a team? Do you care about football? Because we've had a mix. We've had a lot of Germans. We've had people from Iraq. We've had people from Macedonia. We've had people from Croatia, and yeah, just some really interesting chats in the last few shows. So that's been part of the fun. It's not just me rambling. You guys are also getting involved too, which is great. And it's always nice to hear what you've got to say. So don't be scared to tell us where you're from, tell us what you're all about. And yeah, so we are 7 minutes away from kickoff now. I'm going to have a little bit more volume. I want to be careful with that, obviously. I'm drinking a Bulmer's cider. Cheers. Just a little taste of home. I get a lot of grief from beer drinkers because I drink cider, but get over it, is what I say. And I got myself a Guinness for probably the second half or halfway through the first half. It's in the freezer at the moment, so I probably should check on that at some point. Yeah, and that's it. So going back to the football, it's basically a bit of a you can say this about most games in your first 10 games of a season, first 10 games of a manager, but I would say this one in particular is quite important because it's going to show whether or not we've had a solid start to the season or a stuttering one. I think if we come away with 3 points from this game, it would be an absolute dream result. And then we've got 5 games at home coming up, which is that's always very favourable. We've got a couple of matches against Barrow and Ghent in the lesser competitions, so to say, and you want to kind of go into those with some momentum. So it would be really great to get 3 points. It would be decent to get a point as long as we just don't lose this game badly. That would be I think a decent result. But let's try and think positive. Let's hope that the team go out there and show the attacking prowess that they have. I hope we're not shaky in defense. We're always very shaky in certain moments of the game. You kind of feel like the team are still feeling each other out, not quite sure what exactly their roles are in each phase of the game, whether we're attacking, defending, those transitions in between the two. changing formations, three at the back, four at the back, five at the back sometimes, and that inversion of wingers. We had Cucurella pretty much jumping up to a 10 role. So I wonder today we've got Madueke, Sancho, Palmer, um, uh, and like how are they going to line up? You know, is it going to be out and out Palmer in the 10, or are they going to kind of swap a little bit? Palmer on the right is good too. Madueke is left-footed, so maybe he should go on the right, Sancho on the left, Palmer through the middle, something like that. I don't know. I don't know. It's a nice problem to have. All this different attacking options, and yeah, just looking forward to this game. I hope we come out of the blocks quickly. I hope we score first. Don't want to be chasing this game at ground that we find it really hard to get any results on, and let's just really hope that start is solid. You know. Hello to the people who have joined. Welcome, welcome. Nice to have you here. Where are you guys from? What's happening? Um, so we've got who we've got here. Oh, we've got Tim Howard on commentary, one of the American legends from the Premier League. Hello, Maxim. So nice they named him twice. How's it going? Greetings to you all the way in Ukraine. Hello, hello. Um, where are you in Ukraine at the moment, or are you just from Ukraine? I've got a lot of friends from Ukraine here in Germany, and nice to have you here. Do you have a football team? What do you think of Mikhailo Mudryk? Um, Lots of questions for you there, my friend. Let me know what you think. We are here doing a watch along for Chelsea West Ham. The game kicks off in about 5 minutes. And got a couple of people coming into the chat now, so that's nice. Welcome, welcome. Um, yeah, it's important to get off to a start. We've got Enzo Fernandez starting as well. Um, okay, you're not in Ukraine. That's that's a good thing at the moment. Where are you in the world? And let me know what you think about football. Who's your team? And what you think of our Misha Mudryk. Um, Indeed, we need to get off to a good start, like I was saying. It's quite cool. I've got this American uh, video going on just now, and they've got a full-on watch party in Chicago for this game, probably the whole day. And there's a lot of people there. It's probably 7 in the morning, and they're all out there drinking, having fun. Cool. Ah, you're also in Germany. Cool. Hello. Yeah, so Chelsea have a player called Misha Mudryk. Or maybe I'm pronouncing it wrong. I don't know. He's a Ukrainian international. He plays for the international team, and we bought him for something like 75 or 80 million euros a couple of years ago, and he's not been that good yet. He's not been that prolific. He seems quite solid, but fundamentally, like his technical ability seems quite good, but his decision making is not that great. He doesn't seem to have the football mind yet. Very fast, very agile, very strong. But I have hopes that he will come good, and we'll be able to get some good seasons with him. But at the moment, he's just not been playing that well, and now we have three or four other wingers that are ahead of him in the pecking order. So I hope that he does well, and he's a good player. I just hope he can live up to the potential. Maybe the price that we paid for him. Oops, just getting my drink. Maybe the price that we paid for him is actually one of the problems. Maybe he feels a little bit of pressure. I don't know what it is, but he's one of those players where you can just see that maybe in 5 or 6 years at a different team, he'll be he'll be doing really well. So indeed, match is about to kick off. Really looking forward to this. Um, should be a fun game of football. Two teams playing very attacking, although we'll see because West Ham might surprise us and line up a little bit defensively. We'll have to see. Indeed, look a bit red today. think I was maybe caught the sun. I'm not sure. Um, yeah, just a little bit more red than usual. Oh well. I was messing with these. I'll say that till halftime. I quite like messing with those little filter things. Quite fun. Um, da, da, da. Just gonna pin your message there so that we can see there's a nice bit of vibe happening in the chat. And yeah, kickoff coming any minute. Just watching these American ads. They're very funny, very American, very over the top. Quite interesting how different the TV ads are around the world. Chicago, the old Chi-town, Chicago theater. Am I from the USA? I'm not from the USA, but I used to live there. I lived for quite a few years in the USA in the South. I'm from the UK. So you're from Ukraine. I'm from the UK, Maxim. Um, I have a mixed family background as well. Other nationalities and lived around a few places. So just like yourself, I'm from a different country to where I live. Uh, yeah, got someone else in here. How's it going? How's it going? We're just about to watch Chelsea versus West Ham. Game's going to kick off any second. Players are out on the pitch. Just getting the kickoff sorted. Tossing the coin. Who's gonna go first? Indeed, indeed. How long do you reckon it takes to cool down a beer in the freezer? Because I put one in there about half an hour ago, and I'm wondering if I have to get up and go and grab that beer now, or if I should leave it for another half an hour. What do you think, the chat? What do you think? Maybe you don't drink beer. Maybe you're more of a vodka drinker. I don't know. Don't want to make any assumptions here. We all have our own poisons. Okay, here we are. So, game is literally about to kick off. Lucas Paqueta on the ball in the center circle. And I'm just going to do a little bit of running commentary. We can, of course, jump in and out of the football chat. Usually, a few people join in, and we have a fun time in here. Maxim is asking, what do you think? Is it worth to move to the USA or Canada nowadays? Um, I think my personal opinion is I would say um, uh, both are quite uh, like volatile politically at the moment, but I would say it's it's definitely got its good and bad. You know, both of those places. I know people from both of them those places and they love it, and I know people from both of those places and they don't like what's going on right now in their country for all kinds of different reasons. So I would say try it. Maybe go as a student or a visitor for a while. See if you like it. I think there's such a different vibe in those two places, like Canada and America. Both of them are pretty much the size of Europe, geographically speaking. So you've got to go and try a few different places, you know? Try five different cities in America and five different cities in Canada. Apparently, if you fly from Europe to the far end of Canada on a plane, you spend more time flying over Canada than you do the sea and the rest of Europe. So Canada is like absolutely enormous. So you've got completely different culture and vibe on each side of Canada. So try it, man. Try both of them. See if you like them. Cool. Game is kicked off. If anyone wants to sync up and rewatch this in time with the game that I've got here, it's 1 minute 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 1 minute 51, 1 minute 52, 1 minute 53. So Jadon Sancho on the ball, first contribution there. Cucurella's inverting into the midfield and he's bombing forward. That's great. Passes it out to Enzo, who's finding himself a bit more on the left-hand side here. And it goes back to um, Caicedo, and then Palmer, who play at 1-2, and then Palmer's fouled pretty heavily there in the middle. You got a Canadian visa, man. Well, there you go. Go to Canada. Go to Alberta. Go to Toronto. Go to Montreal. Go to Quebec, and you'll find a completely different vibe in all those places. Just see which one you like the most. I quite like. Well, I had a friend who lived out in Alberta, and it's cold and quite hard work and so on. But if you go out there and you're willing to work, you can earn a lot of money. It's an oil town, so there's loads of jobs, and the living is pretty good. Oof, West Ham had a good shot there, saved well by Sanchez. Chelsea are breaking and fouled again. Yeah, but if you go, for example, to Toronto, Toronto is super cosmopolitan and big. It's a big city with a vibrant scene of culture and music and comedy and all that kind of stuff. Depends what you're into. Jackson's here in the box. He's finished it. Yes! Jackson scores with his first shot. That is an absolute peach. Brilliant. That's what we want from Jackson. That's what we've been waiting for. Clinical finishing from our striker. Absolutely fantastic. You love to see it. You absolutely love to see it. Nicholas Jackson gets put through on goal. He finds himself in the box. We're just going to see the replay now. I think he just plays it from his left foot to his right and just finishes it instantly through the keeper's legs, maybe, or went straight through the keeper. And it's 1-0 to Chelsea, barring any VAR drama. So it's a quick free kick taken by Caicedo back to Jackson. A 1-2 with Sancho, so that's technically another assist for Sancho. Jackson just bombing down the left wing. He gets inside of the defender and just finishes it into the front post. Absolutely brilliant. Or did it go through the legs? I think it went through the legs. But that's it. I hope this is because he's been working on it in training. He's been getting the vote of confidence from the coach, and he's just megged the keeper. It's a brilliant goal. It's 1-0 to Chelsea away at West Ham. You haven't said that very much in the last 8, 9 years. So what a start. What a start. You couldn't ask for more from Nicholas Jackson. The fans are going absolutely wild in the away end. And here we are, guys. Here we are. What a time to be alive. Could you recommend some volunteer programs over there? Um, I don't know if they do this exact one, but I heard of one in America called Camp America. And that's how actually a friend of mine who lives here met his wife, and he had a really good experience there. You basically kind of do the children's and high school camps out there, the summer camps, and you work there. I don't think it's completely for free volunteering. You do get some money, and I think you get obviously food, and you get to stay, and that means that you can also contribute and at the same time meet other people who are, you know, from out of town and also locals. I'm sure that Canada has something like that too. Um, I think that would be something to also think about. Like, go with something that's your strength and your interest. If you're into music, I don't know what you're into. Are you into music, acting, maths, coding, whatever it is? I'm sure that there's a charity or a volunteer organization you can link up with in Canada. And if you've already got the visa, then you're on a tear, my friend. You're going to be fine. So I really hope Chelsea can hold on to this lead. We've got Cucurella defending well there, drawing the foul. Refs let a lot of these little fouls go early on, as you do in the Premier League. Um, and Enzo, yes, is getting found here on the left-hand side more than anything. So Jackson back to Enzo, Enzo to Sancho. This is really nice passing in the first 6 minutes. Sancho's now gone for a cheeky reverse ball, and it didn't count for anything, unfortunately. Goal, well, the keeper now has the ball for West Ham. 6 minutes, 50 seconds gone. What a start for Chelsea. It's absolutely fantastic. Love to see it. Jackson finishing through the keeper's legs. If he can get his finishing up to scratch, if he can become more clinical and actually get he gets goals anyway. He's already getting goals. So if he can just ramp it up and get a goal a game or goal every other game, we've got one hell of a player on our hands. And he gets a lot of stick, Jackson. I think he's a lot better than people say he is. I don't think he gets his props because perhaps because he misses so many decent chances. Decision making's a little bit funny sometimes, like when to turn, when to pass, when to go 1v1. Oh, and West Ham are in. Oh my gosh. It's just floated over the head of the West Ham player, and he could have easily put that into the goal. Somerville, kudos with the cross. He's going to be a threat for them. Decent winger. Yeah, no problem. No problem for the advice. I hope it all works out. Stay in touch with the channel. Let us know if you end up going to Canada, if you end up finding a volunteer place. What sort of a thing are you interested in? Like, what kind of a volunteer organization would you look for? Are you a sports guy? Are you a music guy? Are you a science guy? A politics guy? What do you up? What do you like? Um, so we've got Tosin playing it back to Fafana. These guys are having a nice little bit of Maresca ball. Keep the ball. Don't give it away, guys. Don't give it away. Whatever we do. Sanchez is now on the ball. Sanchez passes it out to Cole Palmer, who's in loads of space in the middle of the pitch. He gets it inside to Enzo. Enzo flicks it out wide, and Sancho's just not got quite the minerals to get to it. Maybe it's got a little bit too much mustard on that pass. Um, uh, West Ham defender just hoofs it up, old school, and Sanchez comes out to meet it, flicks it softly to Fafana, or Colwell, I think that is, who boots it down the pitch, and it's a West Ham throw, 9 minutes in, and it's a fantastic game so far in terms of clinical finishing, taking your chances. Maxim says he'd like to help animals or people who are in trouble. Well, there's plenty of places you can do that, my friend. A very noble quest for you there. Um, I'm sure you'll find something, and yeah, there's thousands, maybe millions of people who need and animals who need that kind of help in the whole of North America. So you will figure it out, I'm sure. Um, Indeed. So we've got number four, Tosin playing on the right hand side of a back three. Yes, with Fafana, or sorry, Colwell on the left, and essentially Sanchez kind of drops in as the fourth in a way when we're on the ball. Sancho is doing really well, getting on the ball confidently, passing it back and forth. Really nice to see him resuscitating his career, even if it's just been two matches. 61% possession so far. I think that's a good target. Something like that is good for this style of football. You want to keep the ball, and that is Emerson, isn't it? That's the ex Chelsea player Emerson playing at left back. I thought he was a doubt for West Ham, but he is playing. We've said it many times on this channel, players love to score against their old clubs, so I really would not be surprised to see Emerson pop up with a goal or an assist. It's broken kindly out here to Jackson, who's on the left-hand side. Let's see if he goes to the left of the defender again. This time he turns right, he flicks it inside, and it's a brilliant shot from Cole Palmer, who just pulls it wide on the right-hand side of the post. That was a really good chance. Definitely could have been a goal, that one. Jackson with a really good decision this time. He cut inside instead of out, and he looked for that pass, got it perfectly, and Cole Palmer just pulls it wide, just snatches at it a little tiny bit. He knows how good a chance that was. We've got a minute's applause happening for, I suppose, a West Ham fan who has sadly passed away, so RIP to them. And really nice moment, everyone applauding together, home and away fans. You love to see it. You love to see it. So West Ham now have the ball deep into the Chelsea half, and they're actually just on the byline of the box. He crosses it in, can't quite get a hand on it, and then he's just hoofed it over. Cool. If we can limit West Ham to those kinds of chances for the rest of the game, we are in a good spot. This is good. This is a brilliant start. 12 minutes in, feeling really good. What would be good now is to have a second goal. A second goal would be absolutely vital just to get a bit of a cushion, just so that it's not nervy going into the halftime at 1-0 or conceding a goal. Let's really hope that we can consolidate this and get another good chance. We've had three really good chances so far, and we've put one of them away. So that's really good. Excuse me. That's really good omen for the rest of the match. And I think I'm a little bit worried about that beer. I left that beer in the fridge uh, probably about 40 minutes ago now. So I'm gonna get the beer. It's gonna take me 20 seconds, roughly, and all I'm gonna do is put the beer from the freezer into the fridge. So give me 20 seconds, and I will return to the stream. If you've just joined this, I will be back in 20 seconds. See you in 20 seconds. 20 seconds is up, and I'm back. Hello again. Thank you for waiting. Thank you for your patience. Very important business had to get carried out. It was very important business. I think we have someone else in the chat who might not have heard what the situation was, but I got home with some warm beers and I put one of them in the freezer and I was worried about it. It was consuming my mind. I wasn't able to be fully present in the content because I was thinking, what happens if my can of Guinness explodes in the freezer and then it's Guinness everywhere and everything is covered in Guinness? Actually, that's probably better. Wouldn't that make frozen vegetables and ice cream and other things in the freezer better? I don't know. Maybe it's a good thing to have a can explode in your freezer. But anyway, we're back. All I did was put it in the fridge because I want to drink it soon. However, I still have my Bulmer's cider. We're going for a UK Ireland vibe today. Bulmer's cider followed by a Guinness Stout. West Ham have a free kick. He's tried to sneak it under the wall, and it's defended quite well. So it's rebounded now, and West Ham have the ball again. They're basically playing it out a little bit from the back themselves. It's an interesting matchup today. Hello to the new people. Welcome, welcome. Cheers to you. Tell us where you're from. Tell us what you're all about. Do you have a football team? Are you in Europe or beyond? Give us a shout. Tell us what you're up to. Tell us what you're all about. Say hello. West Ham are playing it out the back very nicely here, although good pressure there from is that Sancho? No, it's Enzo. Enzo Fernandez with some nice pressing. He's a little bit too high up the pitch for my liking. I'm not such a big fan when Enzo plays so high up, but um, the managers seem the last two managers have seemed to really like him playing further up the pitch. I think he's more of a deep lying midfielder, playmaker. But at least in this game anyway, he seems to be popping up in the middle of the park and then in the kind of final third. So let's see how that develops through the game. Really happy with this so far, keeping a lot of the ball. If this is Maresca ball, sign me up, man. I'm willing to be patient if we can put away our chances like we did at the start of this game. So Chelsea have the ball in defence. This is something we have to get used to. We play the ball out from the back. I'm from a slightly, maybe one generation prior to play out the back football. I still get very nervous when the goalkeeper and the defenders are doing intricate triangles. Part of me just says, hoof it up. but it's those little intricate triangles that create the space to move into further up the pitch. So millennials like myself, we have to get used to it. The other day, I was just on YouTube and I found a video. I think it was Arsenal versus Man U in like 2004. Hang on a second. Jackson's through. He's one on one. And he's finished it. I can't believe it. Jackson's on a hat trick already. What is going on? It's 2-0 to Chelsea. I can't believe this, but I can because he's been absolutely brilliant today. 17 minutes, 40 seconds gone. Chelsea are 2-0 up, and Nicholas Jackson has scored a brace. He's on a hat trick. Anyone out there who was saying that Nkunku should start ahead of Jackson, this is why I'm glad he didn't. He had a chance to come out here and show us what he's all about, show us that he's improved his finishing. He's had two really good chances and he's put them both away. That is absolutely brilliant from Nicholas Jackson. Can he be the number nine that we've been aching for since Diego Costa? Honestly, the last clinical number nine. It's just a really nice one too. He's got acres of space. It's again that passing back. Levi Colwill, Enzo, Caicedo just puts him through the defenders. What are they doing? And it's a lovely finish with the outside of his right foot to the left side of the goal. That's not an easy finish. He's not opened up and curled it in. Curled it in from the outside, which is even harder. This guy is hard. I think he's only 21 or 22. He's young. We've got him for 9 years on a contract. I'm really excited about Nicholas Jackson, man. People need to respect this guy more. He's done absolutely brilliant. That's already his fourth Premier League goal this season. I think he scored 15 in all competitions last year, his first season, when we really had no backups. And we have Nkunku on the bench to come on at some point, maybe later. Maybe Nkunku can play in the middle and we put Palmer out on the wing. Um, this game just has victory written all over it. If we can be clinical and put away a third goal and just play well and resolutely defensively, then this should be a win at this point. This should already be a win. Anything less than a win at this point would be a huge disaster. We've absolutely come out flying in this game. Couldn't be happier. Couldn't be happier. When that goal went in, I didn't know how to react. I think I might not have even sounded that happy. I was so surprised and over the moon. Um, yeah, absolutely brilliant. Anyway, West Ham have a corner here, so let's not succumb to one of these adages in football that you're most vulnerable when you've just scored. Um, Hopefully, there's no cheeky goal here for West Ham. It's well cleared there by Fafana. Let's push out, push out, push out. Nice pressing forward from Sancho, and it's gone all the way to the West Ham goalkeeper. Brilliant start, brilliant start. 20 minutes in. The last match was nowhere near this electric. It was a lot more cagey in that first half, and we improved a lot in the second half and ended up winning with a late goal. But that was not an enjoyable stream for anyone who was there. That was a tough one. In this one, we're already 2-0 up. Our striker Jackson already has two goals. He's on a hat trick. I would love Jackson to get a hat trick today. That would be absolutely brilliant. It's a sweeping ball from West Ham, but it's gone straight to our goalkeeper. And now we should see 5-10 minutes of possession football from Chelsea if we're going to keep with the Maresca ball tactics. So, yeah, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. 21 minutes and 20 seconds, 21, 22, 23, 24, in case you're wanting to sync up uh, in the moment or in the future. Indeed. Oh dear, Sanchez almost gave the ball away to Jared Bowen there, and that's that playing out the back fear that I have, man. Just losing the ball and you're basically giving them a one-on-one or a one-on-none. Jackson's now put in Madueke. There's a little bit too much power on there for Madueke. Haven't seen much of him at all. It's all been coming from the left-hand side from Jackson popping up here on the left-hand side. Um, Jared Bowen holds the ball up there well. He gets it out to the West Ham number 7, who's one-on-one with Madueke. Madueke does really well to defend, stands him up, and they still have to kind of pass around the box. It gets flicked into the box and defended well for a corner, so it's a corner to West Ham. 22 minutes gone. Colwell puts the ball out for a corner. That's okay. Not bad. Can't complain. Mustn't grumble. And can't get over how good a start this is, man. Really, really exciting. Really exciting. It's uh, it's not often that we've done anything like this in this stadium. It's well cleared, is it? Relatively well cleared, but it's gone back to Bowen, who gets another free chance to put it in. Doesn't get past the first man, and he's got the ball back again. Let's make sure that he can't cross it in. That's offside. Surely, ref. Paqueta is in the box. Passes it back to Bowen, who skies it. Okay, if we can limit them to these kinds of chances for the rest of the game, we're in a good place. Have I been to West Ham's stadium? I never managed to get to Upton Park, the Boleyn ground. Um, I have been to this stadium once or twice. I went to that stadium. I've been outside it multiple times, but I went inside for a game once. I think it was only that one time. It wasn't a football game. Interestingly enough, the Rugby World Cup was in London, um, was in the UK that year. What year would that have been? 2016, I think. And I went to a really random game. It was like Spain versus Tonga or something like that in the London Stadium, and it was cool just to be there for the atmosphere and to see the stadium, which was brand new at that time. I think it was only about a year or two old. Actually, bit older than that, but yeah, aesthetically, like quite a nice stadium. It's not built for football, to be honest. They've got this massive running track and it's huge. Everyone's kind of away from the action. It's just the absolute opposite of what Upton Park used to be. And I think West Ham fans don't even like this stadium, you know? It's a little bit like the Juventus fans who hated their old stadium. Um, Cucurella here defending well in the 24th minute of the game, first half. Um, so we're past the first quarter basically, and we're 2-0 up. It's absolutely brilliant. If we can keep this energy going for the rest of the game, that would be absolutely wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Um, West Ham now having a go at doing some possession football from the back. They're in the Chelsea half. They're trying to find the break, and they just can't. We've got a really nice position, and it's gone out for a goal kick. Really, this is fantastic, fantastic play so far. Absolutely stoked. Anytime we're frustrating Locatelli and his team is a result for me. And yeah, really, really good. Really, really good. Cheers to that. Colwell playing at left back here. Has a nice little 1-2 with Sancho, who gets it back to Colwell, who tries a sweeping pass, but he gives the ball away, and it's now West Ham's possession again. They're getting a lot of the ball near the centre circle of our side of the pitch, but they're just not being able to kind of penetrate or do anything in our final third, which is good. Um, I quite like as well that we've not been scared of hoofing it a little bit when there's been a bit of a defensive confusion. Just kick it up. A nice. I'm a fan. Call me old school. I'm a fan of a nice mix of play it out the back and hoof it up aimlessly or towards the strikers. So decent shot there from West Ham, but blocked well by Cucurella. Um, so it's 2-0, 26 minutes and 50 seconds gone in the first half, and what a half it's been. Uh, Welcome to the stream. Anyone who's just joined, tell us where you're from. say what you're all about. It's nice to have you here. I hope you enjoy the show. We're talking football and specifically Chelsea West Ham, but the conversation veers in many directions if you've ever been part of a previous stream. Um, Indeed, so throw in to West Ham in their half. Madueke trying to get on the ball. He's barely been on the ball, to be honest. Is it a cause for concern? Probably not. He's just all the play's been coming down the other side. So Sancho and Jackson, great tackle there by Caicedo. That is what he's been hired for. That was Kante-esque from him. He's done very well there. Lovely interplay, and unfortunately Jackson with the heavy touch, so it's come back to the defenders there. If you missed it, we were just talking about how Jackson has been performing fairly well since he joined Chelsea. He scored 15 goals last season. This is his fourth goal of the season already, and we're only at the beginning. Oof, could that be a West Ham penalty shout? It's definitely gone down. It looked like there might have been a bit of a pull or some contact. I don't know. Speaking as a fan, I really hope it isn't, but you never know. They're probably going to have to check it. And if there is a pull, you know what it's like with VAR. They're going to give a penalty or a foul. So um, let's hope that this just continues and that we don't have any of that. Nice hold up play there from Jackson. He's done well to get it to Sancho, who gets dispossessed. And that's a foul now to West Ham. So because of the foul, there's going to be time to check it if they're not already. And was that a handball or was that a pull? I'm just not sure. So okay, well that's a foul by Enzo. It's a flailing arm. I don't think there's anything malicious there. Oh, that is very bad there from, is it Fofana? He's pulled him back. Ooh, that's going to be a penalty to West Ham. You just know that's going to be a penalty to West Ham. VAR are not going to let that one go. He's pulled him back. He's pulled him back. It's light. It's light, but he's pulled him back. So we need some more Sanchez heroics. What do we think in the chat? If you're in the chat right now, um, uh, let's see if you think that Sanchez will save this potential penalty. Yes or no? I'm going to go with yes, because he saved the last one in the Bournemouth game, and because of that, we ended up winning the game. I think he's been on a tear. I think the momentum is with him. He could save this if it's given as a penalty. Although, they're checking, they've given no penalty. Now that is a surprise. If I was a West Ham fan, I would be raging. Speaking as a fan of the other team today, Chelsea, I think that was a penalty for sure. He pulled him back, and the VAR checked it and said it wasn't. That is wow. I think last season they would have intervened and given that, but given that they've had this new um, direction of not re-reffing the game, but rather just checking the clear and obvious errors, they haven't given it. But I think that was a clear and obvious error, to be honest. And that's speaking as someone who's a fan of Chelsea and not West Ham. We're very lucky to get away with that one. I'm interested to see what the pundits say and what the managers and the other YouTubers say about that one, because that was, for me, stonewall penalty, stonewall penalty. Um, so West Ham are still attacking here. They've got the ball deep into the Chelsea third. They flicked it in. They're in the box. He's had a shot, but it's blocked well. Oh, Sancho's given the ball away again. So West Ham are still on the attack. They've got a lot of threatening players, these guys. Cucurella with a nice 1-2 on the heads with Sancho. They're still just knocking on the door here. They've had the last 5 minutes, these guys. They've had the last 5 minutes, West Ham. And he's through there. Is he offside? He's finished it. He's finished it, West Ham, but he's been given offside. He's been given offside. He was put through there, and it was a very good finish, but I thought he was probably offside just from my first, off the top of my head, the view without the extra eagle eye looked like he'd gone too early. Yeah. Yeah, he's a whole body width too early there. Great finish. Um, but yeah, oof, the West Ham manager is not happy, kicking bottles around. The Kudos there, who finished, he just hits the ball off the ground with his hand. Could that be seen as dissent? Should that be a yellow card? It's the kind of thing that pernickety referees would give. Um, I think it's you're frustrated, you've missed the ball, you've missed the goal. It's okay to hit the ball on the ground. Um, it's it's one of those, it's one of those. It's a fan one. If you're a fan of the team, then you want them to be given to you, and if you're not, then you're like, there's never a foul, never a yellow. Um, Indeed, Sanchez kicking the ball out here from deep, essentially a goal kick. It's gone all the way up the pitch. Sancho's chasing it. I'm interested that we didn't play out the back there. We'd rather not keep possession and kick it up to their side, which I think is the right decision. Something we didn't see enough of last year. We were just dead set on playing the ball back from the back, even when perhaps the best idea is just to get the ball up the pitch sometimes, change the shape of the game. So Cucurella is definitely finding himself in the central area here. He's inverted. Um, Sanchez passing it out right to Tosin. Tosin with a lovely sweeping ball into the middle. I just had a little skip there on my videos, so there might be like 1 or 2 seconds behind if you are tracking this time-wise. Sancho's got the ball here on the right-hand side. Number 19, he's on the edge of the box. He's doing some tricks. He's flicked it inside. Madueke now has it. Madueke plays it back to Sancho inside. He's got it onto his favourite right foot. Passed it to Jackson. It's a very tame shot from Jackson, and it's picked up gladly by the West Ham goalkeeper. It was a nice little play there. Probably could have done better, but there was no more than a half chance there with any of those. Uh, Indeed, West Ham have the ball now. They are hoofing it out from their centre back to the right wing. He's done very well to take it down. He passes it to the next guy. Cucurella's gone for the header. And he was looking for a foul there. It wasn't given. Um, Indeed, West Ham have the ball here. They've definitely had the best of the last 10-15 minutes of play, but they have no goals to show for it, which is all that really matters. Caicedo is now blasting it forward to Jackson, who's got acres of space on the left-hand side. Is he going to cut inside? He's in the box now. He's going to his right-hand side, and it's defended well this time by West Ham. I think they've figured out that you can't just let Jackson run through and do what he wants. They got an early touch on the ball there, so they've kind of sussed that out maybe in his game. He might have to do something different next time he has an opportunity. West Ham with the ball here around the halfway line again, and they're definitely getting more of this possession. Number 29 is now bombing from the right to the left. It's a decent ball in there, but he can't quite get onto it, so Sanchez saves. Sanchez saves the ball. Looks like West Ham might have to make a substitution here. Is that Dawson? Is that his name? What's this guy's name? He looks so familiar. Suchek, maybe? Oh god, I don't know who that is, but he looks very familiar. Looks like West Ham might have an injury, or maybe they're trying a change of tactics. Um, Indeed. So Sanchez passes it out to Cucurella. Cucurella passes it out to Fofana. Sorry, Tosin. Tosin and Sanchez with a nice one too. Tosin just looks so comfortable on the ball. That is so nice. Lovely little Cruyff turn, and he gets it out to Caicedo, who passes it on the right to Madueke. Madueke is now in the box. Get it onto his left side. He shoots, and it's just past the far post. Just. That's a beautiful play all the way from the goalkeeper through to a chance to Madueke on the right wing. Tosin, doesn't he just look so comfortable on the ball? And this is it. We've got a first substitution happening for West Ham here. I don't know if this is tactful or injury required, but for whatever reason, they're making a substitution here on the 37th minute. Uh, it is who's coming off? Who's coming on? Tell us, man. Tell us. Uh, Rodriguez coming off for Suchek. I was surprised that Suchek didn't start. He's very good actually. So I'm surprised he didn't start. But hey, here he is. Obviously, the manager's seen something he doesn't like, and he's changing it up. Um, West Ham now have the ball. They've taken a goal kick, and the centre backs are playing it to one another. They're trying to build out from the back a little bit as well, these guys. Obviously, seeing the fantastic job that Maresca has done in this half. So, oof, it's a pretty hefty foul there. No booking or anything in the middle of the pitch. And West Ham have the ball. Bowen got taken down by Levi Colwill there. Referee's just having a quick word with him, nothing serious. Um, you're all right, mate. Don't worry about it. He did leave a little bit on in there, but come on, you have to with a tricky winger. Got to show him that you're there, you know. And Bowen's limping a little bit, but I'm sure he'll be fine. I'm sure he'll be fine. West Ham have the ball here, passing it around the middle of the park, and it's now in Chelsea's possession. Sanchez not afraid to just hoof it down when there was no options and the ball was a bit iffy coming towards him. Cole Palmer on the chase here, pressing the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper for West Ham has the ball in the box, kicks it up the pitch to the West Ham striker, who's done really well with the battle there to get it off Cucurella. Cucurella's probably fouled him, but it's not given as a foul. That was Paqueta, Lucas Paqueta. Cucurella done really well there. I thought he might have given away a foul, but there he is, just looking majestic with his hair, these luscious locks. He's basically like an upside down me, or maybe I'm an upside down him. I'm an Alaruku or whatever. Um, Indeed. Cucurella now has a throw in deep into the Chelsea half. A little bit of a tricky place to take the ball. Sancho comes back to receive it. They do a nice 1-2, and then it's cleared, swept away, Bob Malcolm style by Enzo Fernandez. And it's now West Ham in possession in the middle of the park. It's a long sweeping ball out here to the number 29, who's done very well. I think it's Somerville to take it down. Um, West Ham look frustrated, man. West Ham look frustrated. They've had decent spells of possession. They're quality individuals, decent team, but they're just not able to break us down. And we have been clinical with the two most straightforward chances. We've not been clinical with one or two half chances, but that's fine. If you put away the clear cut chances, you usually win your game. So hang on a second. West Ham are breaking here. They've got the ball in the box, and it's Souček who's shot, and it's well saved by Sanchez. Just strong, assured, in the middle of the goal. Stopped that from going in. Well done, Sanchez. What a turnaround he's been. Let's not tempt fate. Touch wood, because we really don't want anything to change in this game. He's been, pardon me, late night last night. He's been absolutely brilliant in the last few games. He's done everything he had to do, and let's just keep that rolling. Nice play there from Sanchez out to Fofana, who, with the help now of Cole Palmer, has swept it out to the left-hand side. Sancho to Cucurella, Cucurella back to Sancho, Sancho back into Enzo. We're playing really nice football here, just keeping the ball, taking our time, waiting for these chances to appear, and then just putting them away. Who would have thought that's what you need to do to win a football match? Who would have thought, guys? Who would have thought? Who would have thought? So, Enzo with a nice sweep out to the right-hand side. Tosin, who's looked solid at right back. I'd much rather see Tosin at right back over Disasi, who's just not a right back. It's a decent ball out there to Sancho, but it's intercepted well by Somerville, passed to the West Ham goalkeeper. He's now passed it to the defender. The defender's now passing it around each other in the West Ham half. And 42 minutes gone, it's still 2-0 to the Chelsea. So happy days. Happy days, happy days. Indeed, indeed. West Ham are playing out the back here. They've managed to get the ball all the way to the halfway line. It's a nice ball up there, and Sanchez has gone for it. He's missed it. And then the West Ham players just absolutely wellied it back the way. I thought he could have taken a shot there. It was a weird angle, but Sanchez was in no man's land there. That's probably one of the low-key mistakes he's made in the last few games. I think he could have been a lot more assured there. It's a really nice through ball from the West Ham player, and he had a chance there just to take a touch and try and shoot into an empty goal. But he elected to whack it backwards and wasn't dangerous at all in the end, which is really good. Really good. So, just trying to find the best position here for the angle on the video whilst also not having a dead arm. That's better. So indeed, West Ham have the ball, Chelsea have dispossessed. Cole Palmer, who hasn't had much so far in this game, finds himself in possession. It's well blocked. We've now got it back to our defenders and we're playing it back and forth. I was like, where's my cider? It's right next to me. Cheers. Whether you're watching now or in the future or in the past. Can't I be a cider man? Madueke on the right hand side here flicks it in. It's beyond the goalkeeper, but also beyond Sancho. Enzo, who's done really well to get it in. Sancho's in the box. Not quite the right decision there from Jadon. Unfortunately, it's gone back to West Ham. They've got the ball now. They're playing at the back. It's a long ball there to their left wing. He's done well to control it. Let's see how... is that Fofana? Yeah, Wesley Fofana on the right-hand side. He can't hold him. He's basically just fouled him there. He's basically just fouled him there. Hello, Monica. How's it going? Welcome back to the stream. Nice to have you here. Monica was part of the successful Bournemouth away watch-along exactly a week ago. It was a late one last Saturday, so nice to see you. Nice to have you back. Welcome, welcome. We've had some people coming in and out of the stream, but it's always nice to see a friendly face, someone who we've had before, returning viewer, returning member of the audience. We're watching the game. It's a lot less stressful. Famous last words. Chelsea are 2-0 up, just about to go into half-time. It's a very difficult game away at West Ham. West Ham have a free kick right now just before the half, but it's gone out for a goal kick. So it's looking good. It's looking good. Nice to hear that you're doing good, Monica. And yes, I'm feeling a little bit less stressed than the last game because we are 2 goals to the good. 2 goals to the good. I hope it stays like this. We're about to go to half-time. So we can have a bit more of a general chat. I have a nice cider. I'm drinking a nice English cider with the English football. And yeah, you could say es läuft. Es läuft. Es läuft. Nice to have you back. So, West Ham, with 1 more minute to go in the first half, have got a nice little break here. Like I said, they've been decent, they've been attacking, they just haven't been able to break us down, which is fantastic. I think this is one of the most solid defensive displays Chelsea have made in a long time. Maybe this is our new team, without Malo Gusto, without Reece James, who are both injured. Maybe this is the team. Fofana, Colwill, and Tosin as the back 3. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe we're there. Thank you very much for the like. Very, very important. We're starting this channel. We're growing this channel. It's still fairly new, and You just got to keep grinding at it. So all of those little likes and joining the stream and everything, it really, really helps. So thank you very much. Um, it's a good thing I'll do this even if I would do this forever, even if it didn't grow that much because I just really enjoy doing it. So um, here is a decent chance there for West Ham, but it's given away as a corner. I thought that was definitely a goal kick, but yeah, who knows? Who knows what happened there? So it's a goal kick. Sorry, a corner to West Ham. This is going to be the last kick of the game. I wonder if they can get anything from this. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. Kicked it deep in. Let's get rid of this. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. Referee now. That's half time, surely. Referee. Thank you. Yep, half time. Half time. West Ham United nil, Chelsea 2. It's a fantastic first half from the Blues playing in white and pink today. Absolutely brilliant start. Nicholas Jackson with a fantastic, fantastic run and quick finish through the keeper's legs. It's what we've needed. We've needed that clinical finishing from him. And then 10 minutes after that, he got another chance and he buried that too. So our striker, who everyone is saying is crap at finishing, has just scored two from two chances, and it's 2-0 to Chelsea. We had a couple more decent chances, nothing as clear cut as that. And like I said earlier in the stream, if you're putting away your clear cut chances, you're probably going to win the game. So, very, very good start so far. Um, Indeed. Couldn't be happier. Couldn't be happier. I wonder what's changed because obviously we've got this new manager, but the dynamic just seems completely different. Everyone has started to understand what their role is. People are making better decisions. We've got Sancho, who was completely lost and alienated at Manu, now has I would say, a good half, got assist there for the goal. So he just looks like a new player. It's just brilliant. I'm really, really happy about this. I think there's a lot of doom and gloom you hear when people are talking about Chelsea, the football, the way the club is run, the investment, the management, all that stuff. But you've got to say it. The team is looking good. The squad is looking good. We've got a lot of depth, and I'm not worried about this season in terms of the squad. Maybe you could say we need a clinical striker. However, we've got there Jackson just put two out of two of his chances, so doesn't get more clinical than that. One more and he's on a hat. He gets his hat trick. So it's we've got a hope. We've got a hope. Hello there to the new people who've joined the stream. Welcome. Hope you're having a good day. Let us know where you're from, what you're all about, and well, let's have some fun. We're watching a football match, but it's actually half time, so if it's a nice, especially nice moment to have a little bit more of a casual chat about whatever you guys want to talk about. We had a Ukrainian guy called Maxim. So nice you had to name him twice, and he was just saying he was asking me if I thought he should go to Canada or America, what he could do there, if there's like volunteer programs and stuff, and we had a really nice chat. Um, and Monica, who was here at the last stream, we also had some really nice chats. We spoke about our favorite players, our favorite games, and oh yeah, I wanted to say to Monica, we spoke a little bit about the Germany versus Spain, Spain versus England matches in the Euros, and I wanted to make sure that you know that in this channel, on this channel where you're watching, I made some long videos during that game with all the Germany fans and the Spain fans, so and the England fans. So have a look at those if you haven't already. They're like an hour long each, plenty of content to watch, and lots of fun interviews and silly moments and goal celebrations, and a lot of that was all of it was here in Berlin, here in Germany. So really cool. I hope you get the chance to see that and enjoy the content. Um, Indeed, indeed. It's a beautiful day today. I went out earlier and I'm quite thinking, it's a really nice day to be outside. But of course, we've got the game, we've got the live stream. I'd much rather be in here than out there. However, it is nice outside and we're having this kind of second summer, I would call this. We already had summer and then we had winter. I was ready. I pulled the jackets from underneath the bed. I was completely mentally prepared for winter. Gloves, hats, thermals, boots, and then this week it's been like 26 degrees again. So back to not being ready for winter, and actually feeling very hot and overdressed. So I don't know about you, but I'm completely prepared now, mentally prepared for the cold months. Part of me says, go away, nice weather. I actually just want to get ready and go through the winter. It gets very cold here, but I spent a lot of my life living in Scotland, so I understand the cold. I can live with the cold. I actually prefer when it's too cold than when it's too hot. I don't know, maybe if I'm crazy, but I don't think that the cities here in Europe are built for heat, but they are built for warmth. Everywhere has heating, and you can always wrap up and put extra clothes on, have a nice warm glue wine or whatever. But if it's too hot, you're screwed. Um, Unless you have like an air conditioning unit. I have a something like that here that's very much a lifesaver. But yeah, I'm ready for the cold. Bring on the cold. Bring on the cold. And bring on the second half because it's 2-0 to Chelsea. We've had two shots on goal. We scored them both. Really happy about that. And yeah, couldn't be couldn't be happier with the team performance so far. On the video I'm watching, it's so interesting. They're in America, so they're in Chicago watching the English football, and there's a full-on crowd of a couple of thousand people, all wearing their football tops. Loads of Chelsea fans, Arsenal fans, Man U fans, Liverpool fans, and they're just all there to watch the football. And over there, it's 7 in the morning, 6 in the morning, 7 in the morning. They've all got up bright and early, and they've gone to watch like like at the fan aisle here in Berlin for the Euros, the fan zone for the Premier League, which I think is brilliant. It's amazing how popular the English football is in America and also around the world. It's quite the sight to see. We're just seeing again Nicholas Jackson's brace, two fantastic goals that he scored in this game, and yeah. What are your best players? I think probably the best player in our squad in general, if you take the whole squad, every single player, I think we have to say it's Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer, who was uh, part of the Manchester City youth team, and he had some appearances for their first team, but he just couldn't break into the team. He couldn't get past their amazing squad, who was already established for Manchester City. So Chelsea bought him last summer, not this summer, last summer. And in his first year at Chelsea, he's scored and assisted something like 36 goals. He was absolutely incredible. We had a really tough season, and we were pretty much Cole Palmer FC. He did everything that season. So he's our star, I would say. He's our star. He hasn't played that well today. He hasn't done that much, but absolutely quality player. And I think he's just received another contract. He's going to be here for, I think, 9 years or 10 years, according to the contract. So would love to see him play his whole career or most of it at Chelsea. He's brilliant. I think Jackson, who scored twice today so far, is a really good player. I think he's underappreciated. People don't respect him enough. I think people say that he doesn't. uh, he lacks a very significant part of the skills, which is finishing and being clinical. But today he had two chances and he scored two goals. So hopefully he is getting more clinical. He is starting to finish his chances, and then apart from that, he's fast. He's strong. He's got good hold up play. He's very physical. He busies the defenders, and if he can just improve his uh, decision making as well as his finishing, I think he's a brilliant forward. I'm really glad that we have him. Who else have we got that's really good that I'm excited about? I really like our uh, the midfield options. I'm a big fan of Caicedo. I think he's underrated as well. Because again, because of the price tag, people say, "Oh, well, you spend 100 million on a player, he should be incredible every single game," and that is somewhat true. But he's very good. He's very good. He's made a couple of really good tackles today. He's got an assist. He's a solid player, and physically, he's just exactly what we need in the midfield there. And indeed, I think I'm really excited about this squad. We've got Sancho coming in from Manu. We've got so many options now on the wing. We've got Neto, Madueke, like Neto. We haven't even spoken about him. Just signed him from Wolves, Premier League proven, very good player. Um, and then we've got Mudryk, who I spoke about with our Ukrainian friend Maxim earlier in the stream. He's got all the physical attributes to be a good player. He's fast. He's agile. He's strong. It's again just his decision making and his cutthroat nature that's not quite there yet, but you'd like to think that it will get there. Um, Apart from that, it's a very good squad. I think the only things that I would reinforce is I would still buy one world class striker, whether that's Victor Osimhen, which looks like could happen. He's gone to Galatasaray on loan for 6 months until the January transfer window opens up. Not even 6 months, 4 months. Um, so that would be a cool one. Or maybe Victor Gyökeres from Sporting Lisbon. I'm not so hot on uh, Benjamin Sesko, who is this other guy that they were talking about, but we'll see what happens in the transfer window. Um, got Monica in the chat here saying something. I got you football packs. Said I break dance or normal open. Do you mean that but when what do you mean by football packs? Do you mean like a card game, like the one where you get all the players? Oh, we've got first guest appearance from the little diva. Hello, my friend. Are you gonna do another blue steel for everyone? That was really amazing when you did that the other day. Hello. Oh, you're looking very, very demure. This guy. Yes. Football packs said I breakdance or normal. I'm not quite sure what you mean. Kannst das auf Deutsch schreiben vielleicht? Damit ich das verstehe. Breakdance or normal? Not quite sure what you mean. Would love to help. I got you football packs. You got me football packs. Said I breakdance or normal. Let me know what you mean. You can also write it in German if it helps. Um, Indeed. So we've got the cat here. The cat is involved. I might refresh my glass with a drink, so bear with me for 30 seconds. I'm going to leave you with the cat. The cat's going to take over the stream. The cat is now the stream. Let's see if this works. Look at that, guys. We had two cats. Two cats holding up the stream. Thank you very much, guys. My guest appearance. Indeed. That was funny. I think that's the first time we've had both cats on screen at the same time. Oh my god! I went to the toilet and it looks like Chelsea have scored again. I missed it. Oh my god. Let's rewind then. Can I rewind? Oh my god. And there he is, Cole Palmer. It's 3-0, guys. It's 3-0. This keeps happening to me. I don't know what it is. Why do I keep missing goals? Okay, so Jackson with a nice ball from the middle out to Palmer, who just buries it into the near post. And it's 3-0. We are tearing these guys apart. There's just no way you can beat that. Just two early goals. Absolutely brilliant. One in the first half, one in the second, and it's 3-0. Cold Palmer. You love to see it. You love to see it. It's the half time. I go away to fill my glass. I go to the toilet. I come back 1 minute in and we've already scored. Can't keep up with this team. We're so good. Let's put these guys to the sword, man. That's what we need to do now. Is absolutely take these guys out. Let's go for a 5 or 6-0. See, Kitty? The kitties are good omens, man. When the kitties get involved with the streams, that's when we start winning. He's just absolutely clattered him there from behind. So, time for a drink. Was it worth it? Was it worth missing a goal? Was it worth missing a goal? I bet you half the away end missed that goal. It was straight after the half time. It's pretty good. Not gonna lie, it's pretty good. Okay, so 3-0. 3-0, people. You heard it here correctly. 3-0. 3-0 away at the London Stadium. Wow. What was my prediction? 3-1, I think I said. If it was going to be a win, it would be a high scoring one, like a 3-1 or a 3-2. So let's hope it's more like a 5-0 or a 6-0. That would be great. Woo! Yippee! Cheers! Cheers to Monica. Anyone else who joins in? Did you like cat the cat stream? And there was actually two. I don't know if you saw the other cat. There was two cats on the stream. It was a whole thing. It was a whole thing. Wow. What a time to be alive. Chelsea are flying. So last season, if we were 3-0 up, which we never were, the defensive minded Pochettino, who I was not a fan of, the manager, we would have now completely changed the shape and put on defensive players. If I know Enzo Maresca at all, our current manager, who's much more attacking minded in terms of football, I think he's going to put on one or two new attackers. I don't think he's going to change much in the defense. Maybe one. But I think he's going to take off Madueke and put on Neto. And I think he is going to maybe take off someone like. I think that's actually that would be the change I would make. Madueke off for Neto. Or maybe Mudryk. Maybe Mudryk gets a chance here to do something when we're 3-0 up. I don't know. But I wouldn't change the shape. I think the defending's done really well. I say that now as Bowen's got in, and it's a great save there from Sanchez. Yeah, it's good to know if I ever need to take a break during these long 3-hour streams, that I can leave the stream. I can leave the cats in charge of the stream, and they seem to do it very well. They're very good content creators as well. That's really good to know. It's good to know you have backup. You know, it's good to know you have backup. Someone who couple of good characters who can hold up the stream while you're gone, that's really handy. Indeed. So Chelsea are through again here. Cole Palmer is inside, and he's passed it to Jackson, who's almost got the ball, didn't quite. Jackson needs a third goal. Let's get him a hat trick today. That would be his second hat trick in 2 seasons. The first one being away at Spurs, the second one being away at West Ham. What a start to the Premier League this guy's had. Put some put some respect on Jackson, honestly. People need to start respecting this guy. Very nice beer. Very nice beer. So, Sanchez has the ball here. West Ham are making wholesale changes. Mikel Antonio and who's that coming on? Oh yeah, I think if there's anyone in here from Germany, I think Monica, you're German. There's a West Ham player who's injured, but he cannot play, unfortunately. He's one of my favorite players in the world, and he plays for West Ham. His name is Niklas Füllkrug. Do you like Füllkrug? He plays for Germany. He's a very, very good striker, and he signed for West Ham, but he's injured, so he can't play, luckily. FC Bayern, do I support them? I don't support them, but I respect them. I respect them a lot. Um, Chelsea won their first ever, like the first time we've ever won the Champions League was in Munich playing against Bayern Munich, and it was an incredible game, and we won. And the Bayern fans were so classy and so respectful and cool. And I've only ever met cool Bayern fans actually, so I respect them. I think they're cool, and they've got Harry Kane, the England captain now. So obviously, in terms of England, I want him to do well, and it's nice. I must say, it's nice that there's other teams now challenging Bayern in the league in Germany. But you have to respect them. You've got to respect their history, their heritage, the sheer number of titles that they've won and everything. So I it's a what would you call it? A professional respect that I have for Bayern without fully supporting them. Um, in terms of German football, I've been to FC Union Berlin. I've been to Dortmund Stadium. Those were both amazing experiences. And I have plans to go to all of the Berlin stadiums to do a video, and I will hopefully go also a little bit further away from Berlin, maybe do some of the Hamburg ones. I'd love to go down to Munich also. Thomas Müller, yes, Thomas Müller, what a legend. Die Germans sind schon gut, aber nicht so gut. Yeah, they're not the best Germany in my lifetime, but they're so strong. Germany just know how to win. They just know how to get that goal when they need it. Like against Spain, they were losing and they still got that last minute goal just to keep it alive. Unfortunately, Spain was too strong, but it was I was just expecting it. We were all expecting it. When is Germany going to score? You know, they're just so good. And the fans were excellent, so good. The fans, the German fans, I love them. They're so loud and still at the same time quite respectful and cool. Um, yeah, just really really friendly and open and awesome. And the music, the songs were great. Uh, the the general vibe in the fan zones was really really cool. Germany fans are just great. They're so cool. I think other countries could learn from how cool German fans are, actually. Okay, here we go. So Pedro Neto is coming on, as I thought, for Madueke, and he is putting on Disasi. So Disasi's coming on for Fafana. Please don't tell me that Disasi's going to play right back. If he's coming on for the centre back role and we push Toss into the right, that makes sense. Ah, okay. So he didn't. He's keeping on Madueke, and he's taking off Jadon Sancho. That could be a fitness thing. Sancho's been good. He's got another assist. He played half of the match in his first game, half of the match essentially in this game. That's uh, that's cool. I'm happy with that. What what a what a couple of cameos this guy's had. Really, really great. And Pedro Neto coming on now, hopefully to just see the game off. We've got 35 minutes left in the second half. Really fun one. Really fun one. Very enjoyable. Um, it's we missed the third goal. Harry from Bayern, he's not good. Oh, you don't think he's good? I think he's I think he's good, but I think he could be better. He could be better. He's gone to Germany, where the teams are not quite as physical as England. So he should be scoring so many goals, and he's scoring some. I think he's done okay. Why do you think he's not so good? Are you a Bayern fan? Are you from you're from Munich? You're a Bayern fan? Indeed. West Ham are attacking here. They've got the ball. Mikel Antonio. He's been there for ages. How long has Mikel Antonio been at West Ham? 10 years. They've got the ball on the edge of the box here. Let's not concede any silly goals. Let's have a clean sheet. Let's get a clean sheet. Let's get a clean sheet. Well cleared there. Disassi, don't do any joker moments. Let's get that ball cleared, ladies and gentlemen. Clear it. Oof. Well defended there, and the keeper's got the ball. He hoofs it up towards Jackson, who's still on 2 goals. He really wants to get that hat trick. It's been a little bit more physical, a little bit more end to end in the last 5 minutes. West Ham getting plenty of the ball. I'm a little bit worried about them scoring a goal. It would be really nice to get another clean sheet and not to, 2 clean sheets in a row away from home. Absolutely brilliant. Um, 31 minutes to go. 31 minutes to go. What a time to be alive. 3-0 up at West Ham. Absolutely brilliant. West Ham are playing Brentford away, Ipswich, and Tottenham. Not easy games. Not easy games. They're gonna definitely want to get something from this, even if it's just a goal or two. But hopefully we've done enough so far to win this game, and now we just really need to see this out. 3 goal lead. Just see this out. Just get to the end here with a clean sheet. That would be the one. That would be the one. So West Ham again are attacking here. They're bombing down the right hand side. This guy Somerville's probably been their best player. It's a really nice ball from him, and it's well cleared from Disassi, and it's a goal kick. No, sorry, a corner to West Ham. Jared Bowen comes out to take the corner. Um, are you a Bayern fan, Monica? Do you like Bayern Munich? Is that your team? Jared Bowen here. Half an hour to go in the game. He's taking the corner here. It's going to be an in-swinger from, oh sorry, an outswinger from the left-hand side with his left peg. He kicks it in. It's quite into a good spot, but Sanchez is there, man. Sanchez is there again. He's done really well in this game. Palmer's now breaking. It was a quick ball to Sanchez, from Sanchez. Sanchez passes it through to Madueke. Madueke leaves it to Jackson. Jackson who shoots, and it's blocked. Ah, you like Bayern. Okay, fantastic. Yeah, great team. I respect them a lot. Really, really good team. I think who's my favorite Bayern player probably ever, because he also played for Chelsea, and I love this guy so much. Iron Robin. Iron Robin. What a player he was, man. What a player he was. You knew exactly what he was going to do. He was always going to cut inside and go on his left foot, and the defenders couldn't do anything about it. That's how good he was. Everyone knew. Iron Robin's going to cut inside and shoot it on his left hand side. Doesn't matter how many times he did it, no one could stop him. I thought he was so good, Iron Robin. Absolutely brilliant. He was very much like Messi. He was very much like Messi. He was like the Bayern Munich Messi, honestly. And yeah, people just, I wish people would remember how good he was. We only had him, I think, for one season, Chelsea, one or two, when he was very young. He still had hair. He still had hair. Now he looks like me, but he still had some hair on his head when he was at Chelsea, and he was so good, so good. Then he went to Real Madrid, and then he went to Bayern Munich. What a player! What a player! I saw Messi scored twice this week. He's still scoring goals, that guy. Crazy. So, now's the chance. We're breaking here. Palmer is through, and Madueke is 1-on-1. No, it's not. It's 1-on-1 with the defender. Can he just finish it? Ooh, it's a good save there from the goalkeeper. Boy, I thought that was going to be the fourth. Oh, yeah. Musiala. Did you know, Monica, Musiala was a Chelsea Academy player? We had him when he was a kid, and he left Chelsea to Bayern when he was very young. So we know all about Musiala, and he was excellent in the Euros. What a player he was. I love that guy. I can imagine Musiala playing again in England somewhere. So Jackson is coming off to a huge ovation from the away end. What a brilliant showing this has been from him. Nicholas Jackson showing us what he's all about. He's coming off now, and look at this. We've got Nkunku and Felix coming on. So is that Cole Palmer coming off? Yeah, Cole Palmer and Nicholas Jackson coming off, and Kunku and Joao Felix coming on. Um, so, like I said, all attacking subs except Disasi, who came on for, I think it was Fafana. Cole Palmer's surprised he's coming off. He doesn't like it, but I don't mind that. A little bit of maintenance, got to can't have him too tired when we've got so many games to play and we're 3-0 up. So I think that's good. Get Joao Felix on, put him in the 10, and get Nkunku perhaps playing up front. Maybe those two guys can switch with each other. Who goes up further forward? Yes, Monica, definitely. Musiala, there's you can look it up on Google. Until he was about, I think, 16 or 17 or 18, like this kind of age, he was at Chelsea. He could have played for England. I think he was maybe even born in England. He lived in England a long time, so they were wondering whether he would play for England or Germany, and he chose Germany, and then he actually sold to Bayern from Chelsea. So he's a London boy, He's got when he speaks English, he sounds like a Londoner, and what a player he is. I absolutely love Musiala. He was incredible in the Euros. I can't remember which game that was. It was against, I think, Denmark. Was it Denmark? Where he was just unbelievable. He scored a goal. Um, I think Germany won like 3-0, and he was just ridiculous, ridiculously good. It's a foul there from Paqueta on Enzo. Um, 25 minutes to go, 3-0. Would be really nice if Felix or Nkunku can get on the score sheet here. That's what you want to see. You want to see all the players getting on the score sheet. Both of those guys have scored in the last couple of games, and that's what we want. We want goals. Come on, this is it. Really nice there from Felix, who's found himself on the left wing. Oh no, that was Neto. Neto to Enzo. Fernando to Felix. Oh, and it's just wide of the post. What a play that was, though. Look at this team. Look at this link up, man. This is absolutely fantastic. He's just dragged his shot, a little bit like Cole Palmer in the first half. Really good chance there. He should have done better, maybe. I'm quite conscious that the little white foam doesn't get stuck on the mustache, like Doctor Evil. They call it a Belgian dip. You don't want any of that action. So Felix has put in Nkunku. Nkunku has put back into Felix, and he's lost. He's fluffed at his chance a little bit there. Nkunku back to Enzo. Enzo to Caicedo. Caicedo gets it wide. Oof. Damn. Ah, we had a. I forgot to unpin this message. There we go. Yeah, it's been a really fun one. Yeah, Felix. Felix is from Portugal. You're right. Felix is from Portugal. He's our Portuguese star. We bought him this summer. He was in Chelsea for 6 months, 2 seasons ago, like a loan. And then we sold Conor Gallagher to Atletico Madrid, and they sold Joao Felix to us. So we got him, I think, 7 or 8 year contract, and I really like him. I think he's a great player, very very exciting player. Quick, good football mind, can score a goal, and yeah, really really excited about him to be honest. Pedro Neto here taking on everyone, and he's done really well to win a corner. Estas Tea Cafe. This is a certain kind of coffee and tea that you brew for many months and then you pour it cold and you allow the sugar and the wheat and the barley and the hops and the yeast to create a little bit of alcohol, and then you call it Guinness. So to answer your question, no, it's not tea or coffee. It's a beer. It's a brown beer. But you know what they say, it's Saturday, it's 6 o'clock somewhere. So just having a little a Guinness with the game. Have you got anything? Are you having a drink? Are you having some tea or some coffee down in the south of Germany? Indeed. So it's 21 minutes left in this game. West Ham nil, Chelsea 3. Absolutely can't believe this, but part of me can. And it's looking really good. Let's just keep this clean sheet, man. Oops, that's a little bit of a suspect one, and the keeper's done well to save it. Sanchez again, just trying to finish this redemption arc. Good for him. Oof, trying to find a comfortable spot here. That's good. I think I need to. I'm gonna try and maybe do a laptop stream soon so that I can use StreamYard or one of those softwares, and then I won't have to hold the phone like this the whole time with this little stand. But for now, it's better to just be live and just be doing it than thinking too much about all the little details. So here we are. Lucas Paqueta gets the ball in here, and Sanchez does really well to collect again. 20 minutes to go. Are we going to keep a clean sheet? Are we going to score again? Here we are. Pedro Neto bombing in from the left-hand side. He's got options. He goes deep. He flicks it back in, and it's gone out for another corner. 3-0 to Chelsea. It's a corner. Let's have a look. What's going to happen in the last 20 minutes? Really nice turn of pace there. Neto is rapid. I don't think people know how fast Neto is. He's really quick. You got tea. Hey, hey. As a British person, I respect that a lot. We love tea. We drink tea. We drink tea with milk all day, every day, 10 cups a day. What kind of tea do you drink? Because we are obsessed with tea. Everything is tea. Tea, tea, tea. Madueke. Oh, didn't quite land. Oof, that's a pretty horrible foul from Cucurella. He's going to get booked for that. Yes, that's definitely a yellow card. He's just absolutely taken him out there and prevented the attack. That's about as bad as a yellow card as you'll ever see. Do I have a gaming channel? No, but I should, right? I should have a gaming channel. I'm gonna start maybe a Twitch soon. There's the new FIFA coming out, so maybe I'll start doing FIFA streams on the new FIFA. I just upgraded and bought a new Xbox, a new TV, a new sound system, so I should start doing some gaming streams. Thank you very much for the nudge, for the reminder. Um, yeah, I need to have a look. I need to have a look at that actually. Good point. Good point. Thank you. Thank you. Um, do you watch a lot of gamers, like game streams? I play a lot of FIFA. I'm always playing FIFA, so I should just start streaming it. Really, that's the that's what I should be doing. Emerson there coming off for West Ham, the ex-Chelsea player. Like, thank goodness that he didn't score. And Aaron Cresswell, who's also been around for a long time. West Ham have the ball here. 18 minutes to go. Comes out to Cresswell on the left, who passes it down the line. They've got a little bit of space here, West Ham. Be careful, be careful. It sits up nicely, and it's a well-saved shot from Robert Sanchez. 17 minutes to go. Look at this. 3-0 up. Are we going to see this out? It looks like it. Certainly looks like it. We want to see that balloon. We want Nkunku to score again. Get your balloon out. Oof, nice little interplay there from West Ham, but again saved by the keeper. Cool, Monica. I will definitely. Do you know what? As soon as this stream is finished, I'm going to switch on my Xbox and I'm going to go look at the streaming situation, like how I would start that. Whether I can link it to the YouTube channel or how that all works. I must say I'm not that clued up on it, and I just need to properly have a look at it. But it's been on my list for a long time, so thank you for the reminder. Madueke is breaking through here. He's on the right hand side. He flicks it in the box to Nkunku, and it's put out for a corner. Corner to Chelsea. Well played there from Madueke and Pedro Neto. Or sorry, it was Joao Felix. Joao Felix and Pedro Neto look very similar from a distance. It's quite easy to confuse the two. Maresca must be so happy right now. Look at him. We've got Willy Caballero and Enzo Maresca on the bench. Bald hair, beard. It's a good look. I think it's a good look anyway. I respect the fact that the manager's team all have this look. Bald brothers from another mother. So, Pedro Neto here finding himself on the right-hand side this time. He's just having a fun time there. He's taking everyone on, keeping the ball really nicely. Passes it to Caicedo. Caicedo can get the ball in here. It's gone to the back post. It's headed in, and it's a wonder save from Nkunku. That should have been a goal, but that is a fantastic save. Fair play. Should be 4-0, but the keeper's just kept it in for West Ham. We couldn't have done any better there. That's just a quality 10 out of 10 save from the West Ham goalkeeper. Really well done. I want to see that again. Is that Afonso Areola? I think that might be Afonso Areola, the keeper. Yep. Wow, what a save that is. Whoa. Really, really good. Really good. 15 minutes to go. It's still 3-0. We just don't want to concede a goal. It would be nice if we scored again, but let's not concede any goals. Let's have another clean sheet. 2 clean sheets away from home in a row, and then we have 5 games at home coming up in a row. It's really good. Foul there on Enzo, so it's a free kick. 14 minutes to go. It's exciting, man. Souček with the foul on Enzo, and the West Ham fans are all leaving 14 minutes early. I never understood that. I know that you're losing 3-0. I've been at Stamford Bridge for a Chelsea game when we lost 4-1 or 5-2, I think it was, to Man City, and this was not the current Man City. This was a slightly worse. I don't. They hadn't won the league or anything yet. They were just coming up. Craig Bellamy, I remember, Aguero, and we were 4-1 down, I think, with 10 minutes to go. I didn't leave. I paid £70 for that ticket, and what am I going to do outside of the stadium that's better than the next 15 minutes of being in the stadium? I never understood that, like why you would leave early, especially considering the Premier League. We had it in just a couple of weeks ago. Everton were winning 2-0 with 3 minutes to go of the whole match. And they lost 3-2. Bournemouth scored 3 goals in the last 3 minutes plus 8 minutes of added time. You never know what's going to happen in football, especially in the Premier League. I always find it so weird when people leave the match early, if cause, just because your team's losing. It just doesn't make sense to me. And then if there's a comeback, there's no one in the stadium. It's just so bizarre. And even if you lose 3-0, you can still stand there and applaud your team or boo or whatever you want. I don't know. For me, a football match experience is from the start of the match till the end. Like, you just have to come to terms with the fact that you lost. You don't. This whole leaving early, 20 minutes early, half an hour early, it just doesn't make sense to me. Unless your team is 5 or 6-0 down. Uh, it's like, okay, fair enough. But 3-0 down when you're still playing relatively well, I don't know. I just don't understand it. Um, it was a corner for Chelsea and it's cleared very well by West Ham. 11 and a half minutes to go. Just seeing out the last bit of this match now. Just seeing it out. Someone else has maybe joined the chat. If you've joined the chat, say hello. Tell us where you're from. Uh, Man, what a time to be alive. What a time to be alive. 3-0 up at the West Ham Stadium. You love to see it. You love to see it. 11 minutes to go. 11 minutes to go. Joao Felix is finding himself in acres of space, quite deep here, actually. Cucurella dispossessed there. West Ham have the ball. Like if they were to score now, they'd need 2 goals from 10 minutes plus extra time. You know, like you're mad if you're leaving any game. You're mad. I just don't get it. Is it like a spiritual thing that you're like, well, because we're losing so badly, I feel like I need to make a show of the fact that I'm leaving. I'm done with this, kind of like hanging up on someone or slamming the door. Is it a spiritual, like emotional thing? Is it a thing of, well, if I leave now, I'll beat the traffic? I just don't get it. I just don't get it. We've seen so many late comebacks in the Premier League. I don't know why you wouldn't think that. Even if your team scored 1 goal and you lose 3-1, would it not be cool to see that goal? Considering you paid your season ticket or your ticket for the game? I just don't get it. I'll never understand it. I'll never understand it. The worst I've seen, actually, is I went to a game at Wembley, semi-final FA Cup against Aston Villa. Chelsea were 3-0 up with 10 minutes to go. And with about 10 minutes to go, a mum and her son stood up and were like, okay, and they left in the Chelsea end. So they're winning 3-0 and they left with 10 minutes to go. I just don't understand that. Like, how can you not want to stay and watch the end of the game and then celebrate for, it might make your journey half an hour quicker. Unless you've got some serious plans that you need to rush to. I just don't understand what the point is in the leaving early. I don't get it. I just don't get it. So West Ham had a decent chance there. It was a good ball thrown in from Aaron Cresswell. He's always been good at crossing from the left-hand side. Suchek and Bowen trying their absolute best to get on it. Maybe they were offside. Had that gone in, they might have had to check it. But yeah, now the West Ham fans are leaving in droves. Is there a fire drill? Um, Indeed. 8.5 minutes to go, ladies and gentlemen. We are in the home stretch, the last tenth of the game. West Ham are playing the ball around, and Chelsea quite happy to just give them possession right now, but let's not concede a goal. Don't concede a goal. Keep that clean sheet. Lost the ball there, so it's back to Chelsea. Madueke on the right hand side. Let's see him try and do something here. He wants to keep the ball, passing it back. Tossin's been solid. That guy's cool, man. Just so composed on the ball. Joao Felix lost the ball there, so West Ham have the ball on the halfway line. The cat is nibbling my leg, and oof, that's a bad tackle from Michael Antonio. He gets a booking. That's just frustration there. Chelsea have a free kick in the halfway line of the pitch. 6 minutes to go. Come on, Chelsea. Come on, Chelsea. Don't concede. Let's get to the end of this game with a clean sheet and all in one piece. So Enzo Fernandez, who was unavailable for the last game, is coming off now. Or is it? Who's coming off? Yeah, Enzo Fernandez coming off. He's giving the captain's armband to Caicedo, applauding out to the fans, and Dewsbury Hall. Dewsbury Hall coming on. The man who knows Maresca. He is coming on for the last 6 minutes, just to get a few runs, a few little passes out, and this is it, man. This is it. Here we go. Chelsea in possession. It's a nice ball, a nice attempt at the ball, but Nkunku can't quite get a hold of it. I feel like we're going to score again. I think we can get another goal here. I reckon Nkunku's going to score. I think we're going to see the balloon celebration. West Ham with a sweeping ball out to the left. That number 14's been pretty solid today. They haven't had any clear-cut chances, to be fair, West Ham. And all of their half chances have been really well defended or just solidly caught and dealt with by Sanchez. So cannot complain. Cannot complain. It's been one hell of a game here from Chelsea. This is when we started the stream, I said this is a little bit. It's an early one, but it's like a little bit of a crossroads game, because if we were to come out here and really show what we're all about, we've now got 5 games at home coming up, and oh, West Ham have the ball here in our penalty box. Oof, get rid of it. Yeah. 5 games at home, plus we've had a pretty decent start. We dropped a couple of points to Palace, but apart from that, we got through in the Europa League, even though it was hairy. We lost to City, which everyone would expect you to lose to City. Got that very, very dogged away win at Bournemouth. And here we are, 3-0 up with 5 minutes to go against West Ham. So the stadium's basically empty except for the away end. And in 4.5 minutes plus extra time, we're going to have the final whistle, and it's another 3 points and another clean sheet. It's just absolutely brilliant. Really happy about this, and more of the same. More of the same. I think this Thursday we have a game against Ghent in Belgium, and at some point, I think in November or December, Chelsea are playing one game in Germany in Heidenheim. Heidenheim, which, if I'm not mistaken, isn't that far away from Munich. So I'm not sure if Monica is still there, but if you are, do you know anything about Heidenheim? I'm thinking of maybe going, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'm going to make it. Uh, Indeed. So 87 minutes gone, and Chelsea have a free kick. Another foul on Caicedo. He's been brilliant today. I think we've got to give the man of the match to Jackson just because he's been so clinical in the first half, buried his chances, ate his dinner. He was hungry, came for seconds, and just put the game to bed in the first half. West Ham haven't looked like they're going to get back into this really at all. They've had a lot of the ball, they've had a lot of chances, but they've just not been able to break us down. And we're always dangerous. And we've had more of the ball. We've had more of the possession, I'd say, overall. So this has been a Maresca masterclass. We haven't properly won here, not including the strange 2020 season with no fans, since 2017. There's probably not one player on the pitch that was around the squad then. Not one. Maybe Chilwell, who's probably in the squad somewhere, but um, everyone is gone. It's a completely different era, and this is absolutely brilliant. This is absolutely brilliant. Same with Bournemouth. Really tricky place to go. Really struggled there the last few seasons, and yeah, just couldn't be happier. Couldn't be happier. I'm super excited about this season, man. I'm really excited about the squad. Really excited about the football we're playing, and more of the same, man. More of the same. Let's go on a run. Let's go on a run. We got 5 games now to go on a run, and then we've got an international break, another international break, which I'm really not looking forward to, man. We're miles away from a tournament, so international football just means very little to me. The only thing I'm kind of caring about more than anything is the Bolivia qualifiers. Bolivia coming out of Chile with a win for the first time in 37 years. That's amazing. I would love to see Bolivia qualify for um, the next World Cup. Last World Cup in my lifetime that they qualified for was USA 1994. The next one in a couple of years' time is USA 2026, so that would be cool. But apart from that, I could just allow this what do you call it, international break. Honestly, we want more of the Chelsea. To be honest, it's too exciting to leave it. But there you go. Can't win them all. That was absolutely delicious. I've only had 2 drinks, but I'm feeling woohoo. It's definitely gone a little bit woozy. Um, so yeah, and Kunku's now playing the ball to the back. It's 90th minute, guys. We're gonna find out how much extra time we've got here. It's been a fantastic stream. I've had a lot of fun doing this, and I really look forward to these live streams and all the content that's being made and being worked on currently. Mudrick there on the bench looking sour. Sorry, mate, but you've just not been all that, to be honest. Nicholas Jackson with a fantastic brace. Absolutely brilliant. We're seeing them again, his 2 goals. That is just what you need. I said it in the first half. Could he be the Diego Costa replacement that we've needed since then? We had Morata. We had Gonzalo Higuain. We've had so many flops as striker, man. We've had Falcao. We've had who else have we had at striker that's not worked out? I think we can have a list of people who have worked out would be way shorter than the ones who haven't. And there he is. Mishy's laughing with Jackson now. He's probably happy for his mate. 4 minutes to go, guys. 4 minutes to go. It's a throw into West Ham at the halfway line. The stadium is now essentially empty. And it's looking very much like 3-0 to Chelsea will be the final score, unless something miraculous happens here. 3 minutes to go. West Ham have the ball, but Chelsea are playing very well to keep them in their half of possession. Nice pressing here, even at the end of the game. I'd love to hear what Maresca says about this, man. You really cannot fault this performance. It's been absolutely brilliant. Sanchez has done exactly what he needed to do. The defense has been assured. I love tossing it right back, right, center with Fafana to his right. Colwell's been great. We've had some. Oop, we've got a chance here. It's like 3 on 3 or 4 on 4. And we've had some really good performances. Obviously, Jackson goes without saying. Palmer gets another goal. Um, I think Enzo's had a low key good game. Cucurella's been good. Caicedo's been fantastic. Disasi's been solid since he came on. And, you just love to see it. You love to see this kind of game, honestly. Just more of this, please. Honestly, more of this. So it's a booking now to a West Ham player. 1 minute to go. Oh, sorry, 2 minutes to go in extra time. And we are going to get to the end of the stream very soon. So I can already start to say the thank yous and everything. Thanks to everyone who watched. Thanks again, especially to Monica who's joined in again. Really nice to have you. And I hope you enjoyed the cat appearances. We had 2 cat appearances. In fact, the cats took over the stream at one point. Um, and yep, could not be happier with this. Could not be happier. Absolutely stoked. Really, really good. Let's have more of the same. We'll try and let's catch up with each other during the next game. Whether there's some shorts or some other content published between now and then. There will definitely be another live for a future Chelsea game very soon. And yeah, man, what a pleasure it's been on this sunny Saturday. Oh God, here we go. West Ham are attacking here. Last minute, last seconds of the game. Don't concede a goal. Don't concede a goal. It's a chance and it's very well blocked. And now Chelsea have a chance to counter. It's 4 on 4 or 3 on 3. Here we go. Madueke's on the other side. Very nice from Neto. It's a lovely ball in. He's been blocked. Dewsbury Hall, edge of the box. Joao Field wide. Could have been a goal. That would have been absolute cherry top. But yes, here we are. 94 minutes gone. What a game it's been. What a stream it's been. Thank you very much for joining us. We're about to get the final whistle here. Any second. Must be now. Hopefully, we'll see you at a future one. And that's it. It's final score. West Ham United 0, Chelsea 3. Couldn't be happier. Thanks very much for joining. And yes, hello. Hello, Alex. Nice to see you right at the end of the stream. I hope you're doing well, my friend. And yep, just to recap again, a fantastic performance from. Whew, bless me. Fantastic performance from the Chelsea. And bloody hell. We'll see you next time. I don't know what's going on over here. See you later. Have a good one. Thanks very much for tuning in. See you guys in a bit.